In the suit. Miss, look at you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first game of the 5th round of the group stage, aka the Swiss portion of the really big tournament number 3, right here on XBI Stream. And our map for this week is Dead Center. I am tournament administrator Rails Barlow, and one of your two casters for tonight. We are bringing you a great matchup between Team Fuckboys and Team We Met on eHarmony. I know they've been referred to as Fudge Boys, but we're just gonna go. At least I, for my part of the casting, am gonna go out and just call them Fuckboys because that's their name. We're going to see what my co-caster decides to do when naming them with his mastery of linguistics. Co-casting with me tonight for this match is the one only Mr. K. Orange from Team Intoxic. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, and I say we just go full blue. Fuck boys all the way.
Got it. I completely agree with that notion. And you know what, K. Orange? We have one hell of a game in front of us because both these teams are 3-1 in this tournament, and a win to get a team to 4-1 is going to put them in a great position to make that final 8.
Oof. High stakes then, high stakes.
Yeah, really, I mean, at this point in the tournament, the teams that win, well, like 4 wins is usually seen as the benchmark for making it into the playoffs in a sense, and whatever team wins this matchup here is going to put themselves in a great position to do just that. It's Dead Center. It's a map that's been in the competitive community for a while, but not played quite as much as some of the other maps. What are your feelings on this map?
I have very mixed feelings about this map, but really in the whole scope of Left 4 Dead 2, it is a map where map knowledge is key. There are some very, very different locations, where you can take different tanks or take different attacks at various points along the map, and we're just gonna have to see. I guarantee it's going to vary from team to team.
Indeed, and I mean, the one part that I've seen be a deciding factor so far, actually more so this round, and when I say round, I mean in this round in the tournament itself, not necessarily this particular round, because of course it is the only round where the map's being played, is the finale on this, which is definitely a situation like those with scavenge knowledge are going to have an advantage on that map. Like, I'm not saying that other teams can't play well on that map, not having a scavenge background, but I've seen that be the swing map almost so far. I don't know what you've seen, but that's been my experience in the scrims.
Um, I would have to agree with that. Sometimes you just have teams that can't get the whole gas can thing rolling, and then you have other teams who for some reason they come out of the elevator with 0 cans, and then suddenly they're at 13, and you wonder where all your hits were. So it's like you said, it's scavenge knowledge is key, and it's going to be interesting throughout this weekend to see how many teams make that map or don't make that map, or how many times it affects the game in a significant way.
Right, and I mean, one strategy that I've seen so far that teams have employed in these scrims is trying to get a large enough lead to go into finale, where the finale is made almost a non-issue in that sense. But like I said, the finale has become quite a comeback map, and that is not to discount, though, the impact that these other maps have. The map 1 situation right now really comes down to where the tank spawns, and we're going to see an anomaly almost, because I think the regular tank spawn for map 1 is a safe room tank, and this one's going to be in the fire room down below, which I think was actually a lot more frequent, but as of late, like the past couple years, I've seen it just be a, safe room tank affair where the survivors actually had to have the number of guns they had at the start reintroduced in a different way than it was in previous tournaments. And, like, to have that kind of metagame change, this map 1 can be worth a lot of points. You can see teams coming out with like a 400 or 500 point lead from map 1.
Exactly, and then this is actually very, very interesting because every scrim I've seen this week and the pugs I've played on this map, every single time it's been a safe room tank, and suddenly the curveball is being thrown for these two teams here for an 83%. So it's gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, and the other thing is mitigating the damage. Like, we talk about this every week in terms of these maps, but again, map 1 is an anomaly because the map is shorter distance-wise, but the survivors only have 2 guns till they get exactly halfway through the map, and then they also have these death charges that, you'd say at a competitive level, you probably won't see a whole lot of those going out, but there's actually been more than you'd think. Like, that is still definitely an element that you have to deal with when playing on a map like this, and a lot of people don't realize that, but I'm hoping we see some of those plays made here tonight. I'm not going to say for a particular team, but just in some fashion, maybe we'll see a huge play like that made by the Special Infected.
Of course, I mean, death charges are usually something reserved for vanilla games, but playing in a pro mod tournament, the play on both sides, infected side and survivor side, goes up incrementally. So I think there's the same chances you would have in a vanilla. Obviously, it happens a lot more common in a vanilla game, but Death Charges are not off the table here, especially since you have a lot of people or a lot of SI teams opting to open the fire doors down below, and then Survivors teams trying to go out on the outside and take, just more and more potential for damage and for Death Charges. So, like you said, Death Charges usually really spice things up. Even the attempt at them really spices things up. So I'm hoping for a couple tries at that too.
Yep, and we will see exactly how that occurs when this game goes live, which should be happening in a couple seconds here. We're just waiting for a couple members of Team Fuckboys to ready up. I think there is a problem with Empathy's ping at the moment, which I think is what they're trying to get resolved, based Peruvian internet or something similar happening at the current time. But as soon as that gets fixed, then we should be able to take this live. And like I said again, I've played against both these teams in matches and scrims, except I think I played against eHarmony in a match. I did not play against Fuckboys in a match as of yet. And like I said, both these teams, I think it really, really could go either way depending on a couple things here. Now, not to discount the way that this, the schematics that we've talked about so far, but I am having flashbacks to the Watch Left 4 Dead tournament with a game between Team Velvet Room and Team 757, where I believe Velvet Room were down just about 1,200 points going into map 3, and K-Orange, we saw Velvet Room make a 1,300 point comeback on map 3 of this campaign. So,
oh goodness,
we could literally see anything at this point, which is why, like I said, people knock Dead Center for different reasons, but I like it due to that variety. I'm not personally a fan of the finale, but I haven't heard that many bad things about it, and in a community like the one that we play in, I think we can just take it as a good sign if you don't hear as many bad things about one map as you hear about others. So I'm just going to take that and run with it.
Sure thing, it's a viable strategy there.
So, with that being said, I mean, it looks as though Empathy's ping is starting to... nope, went back up. One of those things about one of these things about this game, Peruvian internet and that kind of stuff is just better. There we go, now it's dropping. So do you have any predictions for this game so far, K-Orange?
No. I mean, obviously I know, and I've played with mostly in pugs, various people from each of these teams, but I cannot give an honest assessment or any guess as to what the outcome here might be. We're just going to have to see how it feels. And again, to pile on what you said, Dead Center is a very, it's a variety. I'm missing a word here, but it's the maps have a huge chance at different point values. And like I had mentioned earlier, the various spots where you can take tanks, the various spots where you can throw in hits, it's going to come down to map knowledge and which team, I guess, scrimmed more and has a more ironed out strategy here.
Right, I mean, like I said, I think I've seen both these teams this week, and look at the duplicating that Silver is doing. Silver is... He's doing a good job with it. Yeah, Pokemon for Game Boy sounds about... I mean, at this point, Left 4 Dead sounds similar to that, but we'll see. We'll see exactly. And that's actually one of the interesting things to talk about here, because you'd think that giving all the survivors 4 melee weapons would automatically be decried and frowned upon and thrown out the window, but those guns in the safe room, there are only 2 of them. So there's 1 shotgun and there's 1 Uzi, and you would be surprised exactly how much that impacts the gameplay on half a map that's short like this. This is really, really interesting, when you consider it. I'm laughing at chat because Silver is talking about hating. They're actually talking about if this were a Pokemon matchup, what would the outcome be? And I agree with that sentiment. Fucking stupid ass little monsters. So, thank you for that, Silver. I have not heard it more eloquently stated. So, as soon as Apathy and Evoker are ready up, we should be able to take this live, and I think we should see it relatively soon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our roster rundown right now, because I'm going to see if our prediction holds true. I will take Team We Met on eHarmony, and you can take Team Fuckboy. So on the Survivor side, for Team We Met on eHarmony, we have MC, Evoker, a.k.a. Peanut, Jib Jab, and Master Silver. And who do we have for the Fuckboys, K-Orange?
We have Dusty, Empathy, App, I think is short for Apathy, and Ika.
Indeed, we do. And it looks as though my prediction proved true, because right as soon as we finish the roster rundown, we are going live. As I said, a great matchup right here, 2 3-1 teams. The winner is almost guaranteed a playoff spot. So, with that being said, let's see how Team We Met on eHarmony do on their first Survivor round here. It's going to be a Charger, Spitter, Jockey, and a Hunter. So, a tri-cap with Spit for this first area here, K-Orange.
Really, really, really dangerous. Looks like they're not opting for the Death Charge at all, and with the Spitter in that tiny stairwell, definitely huge potential. We have a Hunter coming in here going first, trying to lead in for his Charger. The Survivors are backing up into the stairwell, and the Charger and Hunter are a little bit chipped and blowing out the doors, but the Survivors know they're there. we have Master Silver. They're playing with the door here, but we have Master Silver actually doing a good job out front with one of the two primary weapons. Jib Jab going up for some pistol chip, getting a tiny bit. The Hunter flows in, they manage to dead stop the Hunter, but unfortunately the charge lands. Unfortunately for Jib Jab, that is, and the charge spit lands onto Jib Jab.
Yeah, I think the survivors probably thought that charger was a little bit lower than it was, but actually it wasn't chipped enough off that initial pre-fire to get the level. We do have a witch coming up right here, as a matter of fact. In a situation like that, I think the survivors might be actually able to push here. And indeed, Silver is going for it. This witch is triggered, going in for him. He gets a nice draw crown off of that right there. And this is one of these strats that's pretty typical for Dead Center 1 right here. Killing a hit and then pushing as far as you possibly can. Boomer spawning up right here as well, but he is going to get picked nicely through the wall. That's going to mitigate that, and I think they've done a pretty good job of controlling the damage so far.
Yeah, definitely, and good eye on them for picking through that wall. That's another map knowledge thing that Boomer obviously spawned up not thinking that they could be picked through that wall, but it wasn't a huge detriment to the infected team because they just went down, opened the doors. Oh, unfortunately, that Hunter did not get that wall kick and immediately got killed, forcing the infected to wait just a sec, but it looks like they're going to try for this death charge here.
And there are two strategies you can use in this area. The infected actually opened the fire doors. Actually, we have a jockey getting M2'd right there, not yet shut down. The infected opened the fire doors with that Hunter to deter the survivors and push them out onto the ledge. And that obviously leads to a much more precarious position for our survivor friends here. They're actually going to have to be careful because there's going to be a tri-cap coming up. Jockey is going in right now, getting shipped down even further. Smoker is still in the spawn queue with that charger. Jockey does get picked. Smoker's going to go for the pull forward. Charger goes in but gets absolutely melted by Silver and Peanut, and besides that little bit of spit damage at the end right there, K-Orange, another great take by eHarmony.
Exactly. They can actually push all the way to the elevator here with the infected right behind them. I don't know if the infected are going to have anything to stop them with. In fact, it looks just like that. And actually, that's ideal for the survivor team. If you can get into the elevator without a bleeder, that's going to save you health in the long run, which usually is a huge issue because the tank is usually spawning in the safe room. Yeah, one of them is bleeding, but only because they found an extra set of pills.
I mean,
so now,
kind of like what you said, like in this situation where you have a late tank, they are in the perfect position with the health that they've got. Like, this is what you'd want.
Exactly, and down here, it's probably usually thought of for people not familiar with Pro-Man maybe that this is a tough area to take a tank, which it kind of is because of the visibility limitations. We actually have a Hunter and a Spitter jumping right in, but Hunter is skeeted, one shot easy. Charger manages to get that 10 damage pin up against the wall, but is shut down immediately. And just to go back to what I was saying, the tank in here is actually funneled down a hallway. It can go either way. The visibility could really screw over the survivors, or they can just turn it into a easy shredded tank.
Indeed, and at that, we do indeed have worms. I was just going to say, at that elevator hit right there, I think the Spitter tried to get the spit to spread in the elevator, which is done either by trying to shoot at the ceiling or directly in front, but unfortunately it did not work them. We do have a tank up for the Fuckboys in the hands of Dusty, and we're going to see a Boomer going in and getting shut down, but I think we should take it over to a Fuckboy special infected worm, don't you, Karanj?
Agreed.
Let's do it!
Are you gonna want to try another rock?
Probably not.
I have a boomer though.
You can just sack it. Probably alright.
Okay. You want Smoker to pull towards you for the tank when you commit? Or no? Okay, good idea.
Maybe.
I think we have to read his mind.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, that's 3 boomers in a row!
This ain't looking good. You guys gotta go. He's dead.
I'm back.
And we are back. That was a phenomenal shutdown of Dusty's tank by Team We Met on eHarmony. They were able to Uzi that tank, just fired directly into him. The support tried to get an early pull, it missed, and Team eHarmony just shut down one of the best tanks in the entire game, K-Orange.
Yeah, I think they were really counting on that early pull, and unfortunately, it was a high risk, high reward, and it did not pan out for them. We have the final hit of the game of this map coming in, with the Boomer being nicely M2'd by Jib Jab. Spitter's just spitting in there for good measure, but the Spitter is picked, and that Hunter manages to land actually, but gets killed immediately. Actually, oh my gosh, more damage than I thought was actually put out on Master Silver, but that will be the final hit for this map, putting the survivors in the safe room with a very, very respectable health bonus.
That is an outstanding health bonus for this first map right here, especially against that tank. Obviously, that was a little bit of a setback at the end with that Jock spit, but the way they took that tank had absolutely nothing, because the SI couldn't spawn behind, the smoker in front couldn't get the pull, and that is a almost 900 point score. Like, let me say, in the scrims that I've seen, I don't think I've seen a score that high so far, and obviously this is only the second match of this round. There was another one that happened earlier today, where Team Braindead defeated Team Dangerous, which was not casted, but I think it's safe to bet that this was, like, one of the best performances by a Survivor team that I've seen on this map, maybe ever.
That was really, really, really good. I don't have the extensive match knowledge that you do, but I can't say I've seen many Survivor teams do as well as that, even in freaking vanilla games where they have 16 health packs and 40 bite bombs to get all the way down there with.
Right, and I mean, in that situation, I think, to put it in perspective of what Team eHarmony is going to have to do, like, that tank fight, and the reason we're talking about it so much is because that is the pivotal point of this map. Like, we talked about it before, where there's a lot of damage potential on the other hits, but if the Survivor team is able to mitigate the damage, so if Fuckboys is able to do what Team We Met on eHarmony did until they got to that point, that tank is going to need to do something with the support to secure him some caps in that area, because that is brutal if you have 3 Uzis in your face. We are going live with the second half of this first round right here. Team Fuckboys now on Survivor, and Team We Met on eHarmony on the Special Infected. How are we going to see this first hit play out, K-Orange?
It looks like they're going with a similar strategy. Everybody's setting up in the... Oh, it looks like with that Boomer rocketing in, managing to land a boom, trying to get that M2. They've managed to shut down the Hunter and shut the door on that spit. Nice job by the Survivors. It looks like they did not opt to throw in the Charger. Oh,
there is no Charger.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Rails is a Charger on my screen. I thought... Interesting. So, yeah, Silver,
yeah.
Because he had to restart. I get that.
Right, so that makes sense. This jockey is still up, though, and I think he actually might be saving for the Witch. Indeed, he is. The Survivors are going to push into him right there. The jockey's going to die, but the Witch is aggroed. Boomer spawning up as well, trying to get a punch there. Charger going in, actually landing a charge for a split second. No spit to follow it up, however. And now it looks as though the SI team is just going to wait. We do see the pull going out. Apathy pulling the Witch into the hallway. Hunter landing, and now we are going to see a very quick clear, and that is a great take, mirroring the Survivor performance so far from the Fuckboys.
You know, I'm watching the Survivor play, and I'm like, oh, this looks a little bit rocky. However, their health bonus says otherwise. They have not taken hardly any damage. I think they're in a little bit better shape than the first team was at this point. Obviously, there's still the very big potential of a death charge or something, because the SI's team opted to break down the fire doors again, forcing them out on the ledge. Very good Boomer pop by App.
And this is going to really depend, because I think the jockey might be able to get some kind of preliminary latch there, but it depends on where the Charger wants to spawn. It looks like he's going for Coach in the back. And honestly, even if they don't get the death charge, if they get damage here, that would be great. Charger spawns up, and that's, I think, what they're going to do, but the Charger's going to chest bump off the door. Spitter's going to be forced to go in by his lonesome, going to get picked off right there. So a little bit of chip damage, but like you mentioned, K-Orange, so far the Fuckboys have actually done even better than We Met on eHarmony's performance so far in this first map.
Exactly. Ooh, what a long-range tongue on there. Good thing they cleared that really fast. I like what the Charger tried to do. I think that was a decent idea. Obviously, it didn't pan out, but he was probably looking at what happened to the other team's Charger that first round, where it just got absolutely melted. He managed to get a punch and a little bit of a chest bump out there, but we do have another hit going in with the Smoker's tongue being instantly clear and the Hunter just popping around. I think the Boomer already vomited and missed his vomit. Hunter's gonna pop in, get skeeted really fast. Sneaky Boomer crouching up. Oh, manages to run in for a proxy as they kill the Smoker. But again, the Survivors are gonna... Oh, Spit actually going in to Spit block the hallway. However, the Survivors are going to be able to make that elevator without, without a bleeder. Again, in an ideal situation for the tank down below. Even a little bit better than Team We Met on eHarmony.
Yeah, honestly, the Survivor play by both teams so far has been nearly impeccable in that sense. However, there is one other hit here that Team Fuckboys is going to have to deal with, and it should be a pretty good one for eHarmony. I mean, On the last half, we saw Team Even on Harmony do a pretty good job of mitigating the damage right here at this choke point. But this choke point in the elevator is always interesting to me because there are so many ways it can go wrong for the Survivor team because they have to push out, they have to get guns, and then there's going to be fog plus a horde coming in if they don't play it correctly. And we're going to see them open it right now. Looks as though they're just going to push right out. Boomer is going to get popped. We're going to see Rochelle sticking her head out, actually, with the bait there with the one survivor who had the gun. We're going to see the Hunter going in, trying to land. Giant gets shut down. Hunter is on fire. The Charger has not yet gone, as a matter of fact. So, again, another great take. These two teams have done so well so far, K-Orange, on both their Survivor rounds.
Definitely. A good lash by the Charger there. But I think what we should do is probably take it to a We Met on eHarmony War Room.
Indeed, for a tank in the hands of MC.
I have a spawn. Nice. I have a spawn on Ica. She moves back.
Oh, nice rock.
Right here, Silver.
Right there? Oh, right there. Okay, I was wondering where you were. Ooh, that's a sugar boom. Nice rock, homie.
Go, Charger, go. That's over.
Stay back, don't take any more chip. You're doing good though. You go anywhere. Okay, alright, let's go guys. Nice rock.
Shoot the damn tank!
Alright, let's get hit.
Hey, keep shooting, keep shooting!
You're doing a good job. You do the work. Nice. Oh, no, punch. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna die. Keep looking on him. Yeah.
And we are back from a team, We Met on eHarmony Worm, with a great tank in the hands of MC right there, saying he lagged out at the end, but even with that being said, he did a huge amount of damage onto Team Fuckboys in a very unconventional way, using that rock tank in that area. That was quite exquisite from a special infected standpoint. Instead of committing the tank in there, doing the exact opposite, and a nice jockey getting some separation on Dusty forward here. We're gonna see a smoker pull going out onto the bows in the back, pulling him into the fire. That's gonna be that's gonna be a huge amount of damage onto Apathy. He lost all of his permanent health bonus there, K-Orange.
Oh my goodness. This, the Survivor play was looking so good until the elevator, and I just, looks like the SI really stepped up their game as these Survivors got down below.
Yeah, that tank by MC was exquisite. He kept sending hits, deciding just to say, you know what, let's play a rock tank in this area. He threw some beautiful curve rocks, did a great job. And now that last hit right there, separation forward on Dusty, who is one of the hardest people to land on in this game. After they got that to happen, then they were able to then take the bonus and pull him back into the fire. That hit does get shut down, but the damage has already been done. That is going to be putting Team We Met on eHarmony with a distinct advantage going into the second map, 896 to 524. Definitely recoverable for the Fuckboys, but a great start by eHarmony all around.
Exactly. It was looking like it was going to be an even map, but that last little leg there, it looks like MC's tank really rattled their cages. But I'm excited, you know, game's definitely not over, and we have a lot more dead center to go through.
We do, and I mean, this is really going to come down now. Like, tank spawns are going to become a factor at this point because, like, early white potential on these maps isn't as high maybe on some other maps, but depending on if it's a hittable tank, you know, those almost semi-random elements that you've got in this game, and 55% actually I think is going to put it near the bridge area, which is a pretty hard tank to play from the special infected standpoint. But again, the tank we saw in the last chapter was pretty difficult as well, and we saw at least one team make the best out of it. And honestly, map 2 right here can be pretty big, because that event at the end, you need to have good health to get through that.
Exactly, and wiping in the store is not uncommon, even on Pro Mod. It is a rough event getting back over. But okay, as I say that, sometimes I just see teams blaze right through it. You know, not even it. You know, boggles my mind how fast some teams can make it through that really, really difficult event. So we're just gonna have to see how it plays out.
Exactly, and I mean, right now, if you're eHarmony, you just want to try to do the same thing you did the first map. Try to mitigate that damage, take the tank as well as you did, and then that event will obviously give the Special Infected an opportunity to... There have been a couple changes in Pro Mod, I might say, but it's going to still give them a great opportunity to do damage. There has been a shortcut that has been introduced in the form of a shopping cart that you can usually just do in vanilla to, like, M2 the cart over and then jump up on top of something, so that's now technically legal. It's part of the metagame. And besides that, like, these hits have a pretty good amount of damage potential. Let's see if this first hit can do that as we go live right here. And I got baited by Silver.
Ooh, juked. Oh man. But if I could just talk about this first hit here real quick. Me personally, I like the Boomer for this first hit because this stupid Sita van right here can cause a lot of separation by the survivors if they don't play it correctly.
That's true, and this situation here, obviously, there is no spit for them to capitalize on a charge, so as you said, they're going to probably try to play off that separation. We do have Team Fuckboys on the Special Infected and Team eHarmony on Survivor. First hit is going in, and that's a really awkward pause.
Oh. The pause bait right there. It really, that Boomer's not going to land. Actually, I'm looking at the scene right now. I don't know where you're paused at, where the stream is. Actually, we're going live again, but that Boomer's definitely not going to land.
I don't think it was going to hit anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rest of the hits coming in. Nice tri-cap landing, though, from Team Fuckboys. Absolutely perfect synchronization. For anybody worried that that pause was going to screw up the Special Infected's hit, do not fear. That tri-cap comes out, and they are very fortunate there was no spitter on that play, Karen.
All right. This team has made my list. You gonna make me eat my words right now? Come on.
I mean, hey, they didn't separate, but they still got tri-capped.
Exactly. Oh, as I was saying, that Boomer's not gonna land at all. Nice tri-cap, a nice triple proxy. Jeez Louise. But a very, very good start.
I was gonna say, not really a better start you can imagine off that hit, unless they found some way to get that sep, but all that aside, there is going to be another hit coming up right now. It's another Boomer Charger jockey. So, actually, when I say another Boomer Charger jockey, I mean another hit with no spitter for these inside areas, which is fortunate for the Survivor team, because charge spits can be a real menace inside these tight corridors.
Definitely. I think, in fact, this first map was designed with the spitter in mind, if I'm going to be completely honest. Try to get inside the mind of Valve here. But,
it's a dangerous place to go.
Exactly. Looks like we have the SI spawning up on top, or opting to spawn up on top of the bridge. Boomer rocketing in there. Very nice rocket in there. Only a single boom, but it did its job. Thunder trying to come in for a DP. Not quite, but managed to land. The Charger's trying to hop onto the truck and not able to get it, and then gets shut down with a nice melee to the back. And the jockey killed there as well. He's pretty decent take there by the survivors, just by factors probably not in their control. That Charger just kept trying to get on that truck.
Okay, Coach found the witch. I was really concerned for him for a second there, because the witch was hiding in the bush. They also found an extra set of pills. It's going to be a Boomer, a Smoker, a Hunter, and a last spawn should be coming into queue in a couple of seconds here for this choke. It's going to be a Charger, so another Reflux-esque tri-cap here. So it's been like Reflux with melee weapons so far, due to the fact there hasn't been a spitter. Besides that fact, I think there is another good amount of damage potential, but as you said, like, these are usually pretty spitter-oriented hits, so this is an awkward position for the Special Infected.
Exactly. We have the Smoker coming in the back, getting shut down really easy, but a nice double boom there by the Boomer there. Charger tried really hard, but unfortunately does not manage to land with the survivors. They're going to be carving their way through the infected, or through the common infected. And like you said, this stair hit right here, especially, that's like one of the biggest spitter chokes in Left 4 Dead 2, if I'm going to be completely honest. And
there
the survivors, finally, spitter time. But unfortunately in an area where you probably might, well, spitter can work on the stairs here.
Yeah, I mean, this is an area where really anything can work depending... Oh, except for this is a 2-2. I was going to say, if you had a Charger on the stairs, that would be kind of optimal. But in a situation like this, the Boomers got to find a way to do some kind of Arc Boomer land. But again, pretty nice damage mitigation from Team Melanie Harmony, just kind of sticking together. They're getting boom, but they're getting some extremely quick clears in these tight areas. That's the one advantage of this map. Obviously, if a spit goes down on top of that, then the damage is already maximized, and the survivors can't do a whole lot. But we're actually going to see our tank spawning up right here into the hands of Ika for Team Fuckboys, and it looks as though the survivors are going to choose to stay down in the street. Let's take this over to a special infected Fuckboys worm and see how they play this tank.
That's what I'm trying to.
Should go on before they get up top. Something. Fine.
Yeah, you could have booms from the stairs somewhere. You want to pull this guy in the back? Oh no.
No, we're just gonna play it here.
I can pull a guy against the fence if you want a quick corner.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll go in.
You can
and
like
choose.
drop down fast.
Alright, here we go.
Reloading.
No!
Oh no!
That fucking thing.
Gotta
Yeah, I'm fucking him too.
Oh my god.
That was so good.
That's like the perfect
Fucking,
phrase,
that was
propane.
the most boss propane I've ever seen.
And we are back. That was quite an interesting tank fight right there. Tank in the hands of Ika. We were in the Fuckboys Worm. So we saw the Special Infected give the survivors a more favorable area, in my opinion, than that street down below. And then we saw the survivors play it quite aggressively. MC popping that propane tank as the tank was about to punch him, and then shutting down 1/3 of the support. What do you think of that, Karanj?
A very exciting play there by MC. The highlight right there of popping the propane tank to stumble the tank and give him the ability to jump down into the street, preventing a potential corner. Yeah, MC more like MLG. We have yet another hit coming in here. Smoker jumping in, not landing anything. The Chargers running up after the survivors, landing a pin onto Coach, but no pound. And the spitter unfortunately gets picked before making it up the stairs. The survivors, oh actually, Evoker's gonna walk, I guess, probably what is it called? Semi-spit? The invisible spit. The invisible
I haven't heard
spit.
that one yet, but I think Karanj made a meme out of this somehow, so...
Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
quoting Dawkins there, but they always say it's semi-spit when you get ticked by the spit and you're
How
not
did I
actually
know it was
standing in it.
Ramirez? Of course it's Ramirez. But to get back to that tank, Ika did what she could have in that area, landing a double punch and then spraying the damage, but like her SI support really didn't bail her out too much. Like the Smoker didn't get anything, the Hunter got shut down, everything else couldn't work. We're gonna see a hit coming in here right now, some nice separation. As a matter of fact, what a tri-cap up top! That's gonna be all three survivors pinned. Silver is down, the Smoker and the Jockey are both still going in the back, and that was just a case of the survivors getting a little bit too aggressive there. Peanut dropped. That is going to be almost a death going out. That is going to be a death going out onto Silver, and Peanut just cannot get close. That's 2 deaths. Oh my god, we just saw a wipe, K-Orange.
What a fantastic hit on their part.
Like,
Oh.
okay, let me break that down for a second, because like that's not the typical choke that you see. Like, that's not supposed to happen. One of the survivors jumping forward, then a picture-perfect SI tri-cap with a double boom landing after a tank that didn't do as much damage as it wanted. There is the Jockey and the Charger, and what a momentum shift. Karanj, I don't think I've seen, like, that's 2 tri-caps coming up from Fuckboys in the same map, and they didn't even need a spitter to do it. That was incredible.
I'm at a loss for words. That was just, the ideal situation. There's nothing else for me to say. That's exactly what you wanted if you're an DSI player. 1 survivor drop, and then you got a tri-cap back up top with a boomer, landing a very, very, very well played wipe.
And I mean, like, that was great synchronization from the Special Infected, but it was also a misplay on the survivor's part, because when Peanut jumped forward there, right, like, that isolated the 3 people up top, and I think Silver had already been close to going down, so the problem with that is that the survivors just didn't really seem prepared for that kind of choke, and then after everything lands and you have Horde all over you like that, like, somebody needs to make sure that they are, like, watching something like that, because if you get that separated and then Peanut had to flush forward, that's a recipe for disaster. So Team Fuckboys, they're behind by 800 going into their round right now, but they have all the momentum on their side after that SI round, I think.
Exactly, and we have the survivors here pushing out once again, trying to take this. We'll see if they can land a tri-cap this time. That's probably what they want to see. After having it put on them themselves, but the survivors actually make a very good play by pushing right under the awning here. With the jockey hopping in, oh, nice triple boom there with a double cap, close. Ooh, very nice punches though by the charger. And here's that separation I was talking about. 3 survivors boomed in the background, 1 jockey pulling them all the way forward. That's an in cap, perhaps, unless the survivors can make a play here. But
what damage coming out! These have been such, and another pull going out in the back as well off of that. That is like a set and a half of pills committed off that first hit. So one team made you get your words K-Orange, and then the other one proved your point.
Exactly. I don't know. Both these teams have the potential for great survivor play. I just wonder what's happening with this round 2, but it might just be what we were talking about earlier with Dead Center being very surprising. Very good attempt by that boomer jib jab there, but not quite. The survivors rush right into the room, and they also don't have a spitter for these spitter ideal spots.
And I mean, in a situation like this, you just ate a huge hit. Team Fuckboys is then going to have to try to push their way through the map. At this point, like, just my natural inclination after getting hit by that much, maybe it's not the right thing to do. And it's not technically rage rushing, but you want to move faster in order to compensate for the amount of health that you lost. And I think they're going to be forced to slow down here because they have that witch coming up. This Hunter is going for a 25 damage pounds as well. Jockey getting chipped a little bit. And as you mentioned, there is no spitter, but that boomer, I was gonna say, if it was able to land, would have been great for the special infected, but it actually didn't get anything. So I think we actually might see the SI wait for a minute here.
Yeah, they might. Well, the jockey already spawned, so unfortunately he's going to be stuck back there. The survivors are going around the witch. I'm pretty sure they know where she is. But they're opting to clear some horde, but it's also giving the SI the ability to get that spitter in there, which is exactly what happens. Spitter spawns up right now with the charger setting up on the other side of the fence in a good position to maybe land a charge spit here.
This could be a really, really good hit, depending on where the survivors decide to go. And obviously, they're not going for the witch that's in the bush. So I looks as though the spit's actually going to go in right now, because they know the tank's about to be up as well. Actually, no, the tank's not about to be up. What am I talking about? They sent this free spit in there, I guess, to delay the survivors as the Hunter gets chipped. This is some really odd positioning from both teams, if I'm being honest. Oh, yeah, of course. Charger going to go in there, tries to go for a free charge, is not going to land. And then, yeah, this seems really disjointed right now, K-Orange. It seems a little bit staggered.
How do we know this isn't just genius? The classic spit block maneuver, free charge, that kind of thing.
Well, Hunter goes in there and tries to land the 25, but they have actually saved their charge spit now for this choke right here. Going in, managing to land the charge spit on that stairway choke, and that's going to be almost a full down with a jockey on Ika in front for the separation. K-Orange, you were right. It's just closet genius.
It's genius. Closet genius. Exactly. Can I call him or what?
That was, I can't believe we've seen the level of hits that we have off both these. Like, first they were stunning me with how their survivor was playing, and now look at how these SI teams have just worked the other team this second chapter.
And you know, I remember this one guy always telling me the jockeys are useless, but if this map doesn't show how useful a jockey can be, then, you know, no map will.
Exactly, and we have a tank up right now in the hands of Peanut himself for Team Middle and eHarmony. They have done a great job on the special infected side so far. Let's take it over to one of their special infected worms to see how this tank plays it out.
You just want to come in with that?
Reloading here.
No, I just want to play rock.
Okay, go for it. There.
No.
Oh, this is one hit now.
Wait, what?
Oh, nice cover. That's what. I'll play around it because I'll kill you. No.
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna go after him now.
You're dead. Don't let him kill you. Don't let him get the satisfaction of killing you.
Oh, just pull out the gun. Reloading.
I'm gonna try to throw it through this thing. You hold on.
Biatch.
And we are back from that special infected worm. A great tank and great SI support being shown right there by Team Fuckboys. Peanut the tank. And indeed, we did have a weapon drop. Fortunately, it didn't really impact the game too heavily, and this is the most recent version of Pro Mod, so we've seen Jacob at work already here, but you know what else we've seen at work? We've seen Team Fuckboys try to catch up in terms of momentum, but then have Team Lemonani Harmony perfectly respond, K-Orange, and take that chance away from them with their special infected play that round.
Definitely, and I liked how that tank kind of opted to play goalie with the rocks. He got that nice double boom and a nice attack there at the onset of the tank fight, but the tank did not decide to push in, which could have resulted in more points being taken by the survivor team. However, goalie, not a bad strategy, just blocking their path forward, and that's what he did, and it paid off.
Indeed, I mean, that's really how we saw them play both tanks so far, and I think it's been the right call in both situations right there, because Map 1, that tank didn't have a whole lot of damage potential because we saw what happened to Dusky's tank, and then Map 2, they were able to just play it safe right there, get the damage that they did, and let the SI do work. We have a fast ready up here, as a matter of fact, so we're going to be seeing Team Lemonani Harmony defending just over a 500-point lead going into Map 3 right here. This can be a swing chapter, especially with the tank at 18%, but right now, they need to try to keep their survivor momentum rolling, and also what was shown by their special infected last chapter. Fuckboys trying to take that away from them. It's going to be a boomer, a charger, a smoker, and a jockey for this first hit here, K-Orange. It looks as though they're saving.
Yeah, I think most teams want a spitter here in this first little area, but again, apparently dead center of the campaign and no spitters here for this match. And the team is opting to go on the escalator, which is not a bad choice because there is, again, separation potential, especially with that dangerous little jockey running around up there. It looks like the survivors are just going to clear the infected slowly because they probably have to take the tank down there. At least that's one optional spot. But the infected team is going to play it slowly and try to get some sort of separation up here with the boomer, the smoker, and the charger, and the jockey.
Nice positioning, though. Like, that was really, really good for the survivors just to go up there, do a couple jumps, and they got the tank to spawn. It's a bot boomer now, and they didn't even have to take that hit, but I agree with you, Karen, where this spot is pretty optimal for the survivors to take it.
I actually didn't know the tank was going to spawn like that, but why don't we go over to a Team Fuckboys war room, see how they play it out.
Do it!
The glass is broken.
They were gonna be looking up there the whole time.
Which team are you on?
How is this smoker half health? Dog, drop down and smoke one for me.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Alright, we gotta go.
Oh my god. What's your... Can't believe you killed my boomer.
That corner shit don't work for shit. Right?
And we are back from that Team Fuckboys worm. Again, a pretty nice handle by Team Lemonani Harmony. Apathy's tank got a pretty good amount of damage, like decent for that area, because getting a wipe in that area is extremely hard for the special infected, but again, solid survivor play on an early tank, K-Orange.
Exactly, I would say there are a couple of pluses on both sides. The survivors definitely recovered from that early pull pretty fast. However, Apathy, with most of his SI hit, or actually his SI support being almost non-existent, made do with what he could with a decent amount of damage coming out from that tank. Unfortunately, the survivors, being 500 points up, are in a decent position to make a lot of points this map. Like you said, swing map, so it's dangerous. We need to see some big SI plays here.
Yeah, and the event has a lot of interesting chokes that we can see this special infected try to take advantage of, but it looks as though they're already, on the survivor side, they've really, pushed the choke. I did not see Peanut make that move, but he did, but they are very, very split right now. 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Smoker is going to get a pull right there. Jockey going for the intercept is going to get M2 and shut down by MC. Smoker Tongue is now going to get cleared. Spitter spawned up, but the Charger is not ready to go in. Now the Charger is going to go in, gets a punch, gets a charge, and a spit onto MC on the escalator. So that helps the Special Infected's case after that somewhat lackluster tank that we saw.
Yeah, definitely. I was actually surprised that MC took that much damage in the background there. Really good charge spit actually going out, a good recovery. The SI hit looked like it was shut down until the very last moment.
Well, they need to make something out of this event coming up here, and no matter how fast Team Illuminati Harmony has to go, they have to fear the escalator and they have to fear the charge out of the room at the end, which has been what's really hurt a lot of teams that I've seen in scrims so far, even in past matches. But the ideal setup for this right now, I think we're probably going to see, I don't know, Fuckboys have to put a lot of their eggs that they've got left into one basket there and try to go for some kind of wipe play here, because they're already down by almost 1,000 points going into their Survivor turn on this map. And with the health bonus that Harmony has, they can do a lot of damage if they make the safe room.
Yeah, something has to happen, and either at this escalator or at the button room, because after this, the Survivors have a little bit of a free run. Obviously, it's not all over, but a nice attack coming in with a Smoker into a Jockey in the background. Nick jumping off, taking a little bit of fall damage, I believe, there, and a little bit of spit damage. But a decent attack, a little bit unorthodox going below rather than on the usual escalator spot, but you know, sometimes the unorthodox attacks pay off. And this one, it kind of did, actually. It knocked down a little bit of health bonus, but I think we want to see something bigger. We need to see something bigger to sort of stem the flow of these points that the Survivors are gaining right now.
Yeah, I'll be honest, my snap decision was to completely disagree with that, but instead we've actually seen the Survivors actually push their way into this room. And the thing is, they've got the Charger in the position that they want, but they don't have the Spitter for that. I was going to say I would have maybe gone on the Escalator hit, because the Escalator hit doing a lot of damage is a better, like, that's where I would bet my money to do damage on the Survivors rather than this hit here, especially without a Spitter. Like, the Survivors are just going to be able to sit there and tunnel the Horde. They're going to send one person into the room, probably with a melee weapon. Or that could happen too, and all the Horde could be tunneled on one Survivor, which is even worse for the SI. Like, that hit that they did, it got okay damage, but I would have gone for something on the escalator, because in this situation here, Hunter is going to get a pin. Jockey is also going to land, you know, that was on non-bonus. Charger's going to go out and is not going to get the charge off. And like we said, okay, for a typical situation, that would be really good damage and a good call, but in the situation they were in, I would have loved to see them put more emphasis on that escalator hit.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you can't, like we were saying, we can't argue with good damage results, but damage is not the point here. They need wipes. They need something, or they're gonna have to make it all up on their Survivor round, which is difficult to do, especially on a map like this. The Survivors kind of have, you know, not many hits left, maybe 2 or 3 if the Survivors keep moving at the pace they are. We do have a nice skeet going out and a double boom, but unfortunately the Smoker missed. Evoker taking out the SI up top, and we probably have 2 SI hits left. And neither of them particularly dangerous unless something crazy happens on the next escalator, which usually does not happen.
Yeah, and most of the bonus is on Silver and Jib Jab, and I mean, this part right here is change, I think, from the regular flow of Dead Center, if I'm not mistaken, due to the fact the Survivors have to go up. You know what, I honestly can't remember what it was like in vanilla Dead Center, because I haven't played it in quite a long time. It is different, yeah. Charger's going to go in there, gets chipped a lot. Jockey is going to be up there as well. Going in, getting M2'd. Charger going in and gets skeeted. There is no other word for it. Hunter is coming in. We do have a nice boom out in the back. Jockey actually might be able to get some separation here as well. Does manage to land on to Peanut, but again, just instant clears coming out, or instant shutdowns on everything that spawns. And Illuminati Harmony has impressed me a lot with this game so far.
Yeah, and I want to shout out to Evoker there. These last 2 hits really pushing through and just making short work of most of the SI, not giving them a single chance, and the Survivors just slam the door in their face and take a very
Great
nice
chapter
score. Exactly.
Wow.
1256. That's hard to beat. That's 1276, excuse me. That is very hard to beat. We're going to need to see something crazy come out of Fuckboys.
That was fantastic. Like, that, the way in which they were able to recover from, like, when the tank committed in with that early pull and then they shut down the tank. And I mean, the thing is, though, like I said, it's a differentiation in how you would call it, like, calling styles, but from a Special Infected standpoint, I would have gone, like, in a situation where you're down by that much, like, yeah, you can try to do some of the hits that are going to get damage if you land, like, a tri-cap or something, but you really need to take what the map is giving you, in the sense that, like, if you have an escalator choke point, you should hit on it and a couple of those other calls that they made in that sense. Like, I would have liked to see a little bit more, like, I don't want to say desperation, but a little bit more, like, big play potential coming out from the SI. And at this point in time, I mean, they just got to make up for it with their Survivor play. They're down just about 1,800 points going into their Survivor round here, and if this tank gets, like, 2 downs, it's going to put them in a really, really tough position going forward.
Exactly, and look, here we have a different play going out by Team eHarmony. They're opting to hit outside the safe room. Charger goes in, it's actually absolutely shut down, but a nice boom and a separation jockey there. Unfortunately, the boomer stumbled the jockey off. That was about to be intense damage, but a nice little bit of recovery on the survivor. But that's a decent amount of damage going out on Team from Team eHarmony to Team Fuckboys. And if I could just, tank's actually coming up here. And who should we take it to at Rails? I'll let you choose this one.
Well, I think this Hunter's going to go and actually manage to land a separation cap as a bot, getting an okay amount of damage onto Empathy. I think we should keep it fair and go over to a team We Met on eHarmony Special Infected Worm for the tank in the hands of Jib Jab.
Do you want to go on with this? Because this is a pretty good hit.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go after Coach.
Push him back towards me, and I can probably get you a really good boom. Second one boom.
Oh, I didn't even know you could spawn there.
Yeah. Boom. Oh, got him cornered.
Reloading.
How did you get back there?
He punched back there. Nice, fucking thing.
Oh, you're doing a lot of damage.
That was good.
If I knew how to get back there, we're on the down.
Oh, you can get in the boxes.
We are back, and I am deeply confused right now. That was a good tank by Jib Jab. That double boom that came out from behind the table in the corner there was very interesting, but I've never seen a survivor actually get back there, and I was wondering, why isn't the tank cornering Nick? But it's because Nick was in an elevated position and could probably juke. Like, he was in a really, really awkward spot. Like, that is fortunate, I would say, for Team Fuckboys in that sense. Like, I don't think that was not supposed to happen from a map design standpoint. We have another hit going in here. Jockey going for some separation onto Dusty in the front, getting kited around. Smoker got picked, and this is about the damage I talked about, Karenj, where now Fuckboys are in a really tough position.
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't know if they can make up any points on this map anymore. We can see a solid showing all the way to the end, and something big happen on the finale. And it looks like they've taken these actually 2 post-tank hits pretty well. The Boomer's actually going back for a respawn, missed his boom. But the survivors are still slowly and steadily moving through. Looks like Nick is pushing the witch real fast, and that was probably a poor decision on his part. However, what a recovery crown! Like,
beautiful crown.
Shut down on that charger, and a recovery crown. Easy, easy, easy. Who is that play? Apathy, making me eat my words. I had to look at his name for a second.
Yeah, the title not being changed is that's nothing we can really do a whole lot about from the caster section. But at the same point in time, it is Left 4 Dead 2. So I mean, you got it half right. Anyway, that was a great recovery by Apathy. But I think Fuckboys know at this point the pressure is on, because they need to get through these next couple of hits right here without taking the This is a situation now where if I was calling SI, I would say let's have the Tricat with Spick go in right now and try to hit the bonus, and then we'll have like a smoker or something like that for the escalator choke that I keep mentioning.
Exactly, and I want to maybe bounce back to something you said. I think it was last map where you mentioned that once a team gets eats a bad hit or a big bleeder, they want to start pushing through, and actually that's what Team Fuckboys are doing right now.
It's working so far, I can say. I mean, they just gotta be careful on this hit here. Going in, Charter is gonna miss. Jockey gets shut down. There is a spit delay and a nice skeet going out by Apathy. Coach is in a very, very awkward spot, just sitting on top of those boxes in an island of spit. But now I think we are actually gonna see Team Illuminati Harmony take advantage of that escalator choke. And with the new spawn timers, when I say new spawn timers, I mean the quicker spawn timers that we've got in the recent versions of Pro Mod, I think they should have it unless Dusty just decides to hold W. I think they actually might get... Yeah, actually, they're actually going to be able to take the top there. So again, no escalator hit. I am extremely disappointed. They had the right hit to do it. We're going to have the smoker going in, getting a pull onto Coach. Charger not able to cover that, however. And now the Boomer as well, not going to be able to take advantage of that. And again, just that I hate seeing the choke get blown, Karen. I just don't like it.
Of course, and you know what? Big high five to Fuckboys. They are not playing around. They realized what happened on the tank. and they are they are setting the pace for this map. It looks like the SI team cannot keep up with how fast they're moving.
Yeah. But we do have a hit coming in right now. Charter going in, missing his charge. We are going to see these survivors move out of that spit as well. And the only person really that's taken damage since that tank has been Dusty, and yeah, a little bit on Apathy. Of course, you have your residual chip, but the bulk of the health bonus on Empathy and Ica are still pretty substantial. And the thing that I think we're seeing is that, like, that pace that you're talking about, Dusty has the, like, he has all the weight off his shoulders because he's non-health bonus. He can just be very, very aggressive here and try to shut down as many SI as possible. And as you said, he has set the pace.
Yeah, and they are sitting at, you know, pretty similar to post-tank health values. And
Yeah,
it looks like
that's really good. However, that wall kick does go in, gets a little bit of damage on bonus. Jockey gets shut down. Then we have a pullback into Spit. That's the most damage they've gotten so far, K-Orange. Like, that right there was the most they've gotten since the tank.
yeah, and I mean, with all those hits, and that's the most damage that you're going to take, I would take it if I was in Team Fuckboys position. It looks like they only have one more health, or one more attack left before they're in the safe room again. And I really got to give it to them. They have really played out this the last half of this map 3 really, really strong.
I think the final hit we're going to see here is going to be a Hunter, a Boomer, a Jockey, and a Charger. And I think the Charger is... I don't know, I want to say he wasn't, like, he was frozen for a second, but now he's back in. They got to be really, really careful about their positioning here. That's why Dusty's in the front and somebody else is over there guarding the back. That's fine. Dusty's going to get pounced. Dusty's going to also have the Charger cleared off of him. They're going to pop the Boomer, and the Jockey's going to be the last thing. So unless the Jockey does something insane, which he's not going to, again, another picture-perfect take using that sponge. You know, Dusty doing his job, and Fuckboys have kept it extremely... Where's the common? There it is. They've kept it extremely close from a relative standpoint. 2,653 to 2,122. Only, actually, that was a 16-point difference in Map 3's, both over 1,250 points, K-Orange. How incredible is the Survivor play yet again?
Jeez Louise. I was surprised when we saw an over 1,200 map from one team, but two teams in the same match? Oh boy. This is a high-scoring game. Let's see how this finale plays out for both these teams.
Actually, you're right, because on Dead Center, you don't typically see, like, I can say not typically in the sense that, like, from the scrims I've seen, it hasn't really been this amount of points going into Map 4. And I have to do a friendly reminder to the teams because pulling the witch from up top is a 0 score, so I will let them know that.
Okay, for sure. And I just want to say something I've noticed actually interesting about this map is both teams, Map 1, Survivor play ruled. Both teams, Map 2, it was all about the SI play. The SI play was on point. And then both Team 3, again, Survivor. So are we going to see a Map 4 infected decided round? We'll just have to see.
Indeed. And now the teams know that, hopefully they will not do that thing where they shoot the witch and try to, because that has a very, very high potential for glitching out. And yeah, it is a good thing I said that. I had a feeling that I had to give that reminder because I think MC was going to think about it. So I'm happy that I was able to give that reminder. And I think that's been the main strategy, I think, like, or the main rule, I should say, for the previous couple of tournaments. But just to have that reminder is probably good. And XPy, are you ready to cast this last map?
XPy's having a little bit of issues. He's trying to get his stream back on point.
Okay, that's odd, but hey, they know they're not watching pubs, so I mean, I think we're okay. With that being said, we are going to be going live right here. The finale. It's been a great game so far. Team Weaving on Harmony on the Survivor side, and Team Fuckboys on the Special Infected. And K-Orange, what's going to happen on this first hit?
We're gonna have to see. Looks like the Smoker decided to spawn up a little bit early. The Survivors all know where he is. Looks like the Survivors are opting to pull. Ooh, nice pull out and actually a good wall kick there. A little bit of a spit actually went a little deep, but it managed to get a few ticks there on MC. A nice proxy boom there, and that would be the first hit going down. A little bit of damage, but not much. And the Survivors are going to push out into the elevator.
Indeed, and yeah, this witch here, like I said, like, because it's illegal to draw her up top and make her glitch out. Did they shoot? Okay, they shot the gas can over there. I was gonna say if they somehow picked the one on the floor and got the witch to be lit, I was gonna be like, they are wizards. But instead, they got that to work. And this witch, as the tank is spawning with a full hit, is pretty sketchy here for the Survivors, K-Orange.
Yeah, and it goes back to Map 1, where if you spit on the doorway of the elevator, it will spread all the way in, and it will hurt. Especially when you throw a witch and a full hit into the mix. So it's this is a flip of the coin moment. Let's see how Team eHarmony takes this.
Oh, the SI both get picked and the Witch didn't go off. The Spit does spin the elevator, it's hitting all 4 survivors. The Spit's on all 4. A beautiful crown by Peanut, but that Spit just did 163 damage.
Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, good heads up play on eHarmony by actually pushing out and crowning that Witch. However, the Spit damage was unreal.
Never spread like that. Like, that's insane. The tank's up in the hands of Empathy for Team Fuckboys, but that was just what?
I would be more surprised if I didn't just see that very same thing in Ramirez's stream not an hour ago.
Yeah, that makes sense. That hit got completely shut down, and as a matter of fact, Empathy's about to be on second pass, so let's take it over to a Team Fuckboy Special Infected Worm, because they really need a wipe at this tank. The Special Infected Worm.
Commit from there.
Yeah, if they stay. No, they're going out in the open though.
We're gonna go in the open no matter what.
Okay, well I have to go, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, ready? We gotta.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
One more. No.
Yeah, get Ellis.
Climb out of you.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can.
Climb out. There's a.
That'll work.
Hey, keep shooting, keep shooting.
You can play rock from now. Don't lose sight. That dude is still in cap. They're picking up though.
They're just running up for pills. Right? Probably send it AI. Or we get spawned. Because otherwise we're not gonna have spit. We'll want to burn the. Oh wait, we still don't get it when it's AI. Fuck.
Yeah. Just don't die. Don't die with that. But send to AI.
It is.
Let's wait to see what they do. Kill Boom.
It's still rocking.
Kill it now and
Look
try and
at
get
it.
a spitter when they go to.
Committing.
It's has 600 health. Fuck it.
Oh, why you can't smoke?
Why y'all killing shit?
Yeah, why are you killing everything?
I mean, if everybody else is gonna go, I'm gonna try to.
They're gonna have like 6 third floor clans on the bottom.
I didn't say it was
And
a
we
good
are back
idea. I
on
just
that
said.
Fuckboys Worm. We have a separation charge going out onto one of the survivors over here, and this is disastrous right here for Team eHarmony. If there's another pinner available at all, like even if the Spitter can go in and just separate MC, they can get at least a death here, but the Spitter's actually spinning down below instead of capitalizing on the isolated survivor. That tank did so much damage and that separation was great, but at this point, Team Fuckboy is going to have to make this finale with bonus because of the cans that are getting put in, and it looks like we have a ledge hang going out as well. And again, just no capitalization from the Special Infected as of yet. I can't believe it, Karen. They had 2 chances there to just completely screw over the survivors. And that stumble of Rochelle actually almost stumbled her off, but she bounced off the glass.
My gosh, the recovery of these adverse situations coming from eHarmony right now is unreal. Jeez, that tank did so much good damage, but they recovered so quickly by going up top. And now I don't know, maybe was Team Fuckboys not seeing that separation, but we already have the second tank up with
What
a nice double charge. Wow, nice double charge there by Ika.
We're keeping it here because this tank's already doing a massive amount of damage. It's in the hands of Peru's Patient Zero, aka Dusty, and he needs to secure the wipe right here, and then I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna, if the survivors even try to put cans in, he's gonna commit, and that's exactly what he's doing. Throwing a rock right there, missing the rock there. So many cans around the car. He's gonna jump back in, manages to get the punch. The survivors are going for these can pours. He's gonna get it down onto Rochelle. He is not gonna let him have it. There's no way he's gonna let the survivors put any more cans in that tank. It's just not gonna happen. He has 3.7k HP. Survivors are all slow except for MC, who does get pulled. We're gonna see the Hunter going in for the cover right here. Charger trying to land it. Tank is gonna get a punch there, and that is going to be the White Carriage, and I am extremely interested to see how this is going to play out because it's 2,989 to 2,122. All Fuckboys need to do is make it with like a person with 30 points of permanent HP, and they're going to win. This could be a great finish.
Definitely, and we see that even in the deteriorated situation that Team eHarmony was after that elevator spit and the first tank, they still managed to get in 5 cans. They were working those cans in really, really fast. And I believe in I believe in Fuckboys. They've been showing us what they can do on Survivor, and it's definitely not out of their hands to make this comeback.
Yeah, this would be a great comeback, though, depending on that witch, depending on that first tank, depending on how they take the residual hits, trying to get the cans in. Like I said, they're going to need to kill, unless they can be, like, Speedy Gonzalez fast of getting those cans in from the top level and everything, they are going to need to kill both tanks. And I mean, that is, typically you don't see the tanks doing a whole lot of damage in that situation. Fine, Roadrunner, whatever the hell else you want me to call it, X-Spy. I'm not, this is... I've been saying Fuckboys, and one of the players' names is Judgmental Cunt. Do you want me to be PC on this? Like what? I don't understand what you want from me. I really don't. But we are going to be going live with the last half of the last round right here. We have a Hunter walking his way in. We have a Smoker trying to get a pull as well. Spit's going to go down on the Survivors, actually getting an okay amount of spit damage there. And the Boomer is going to get a double proxy as well. What's your recommendation for taking this Witch here, Karen? Because it actually is a pretty big part of this finale.
I'm a little both nervous and excited because that Spitter died second. That Spitter might not show up again. There's a possibility that does not get added to the spawn rotation. I'm really interested to see what exactly happens. But if they don't... Oh, there's the Spitter again. Never mind. I'm going to eat my words yet again. And it's going to be a really, really dangerous setup here. Especially if Master Silver manages to land a similar spit to what we just saw. It really comes down to that, if they can match that damage. Let's see how this happens. So you're telling
me a match that's seen great Survivor and Infected play is coming down to the RNGs of a spit spread and a witch.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Left 4 Dead 2, baby.
This is the most competitive aspects of the game I could probably ever think of. That being said, the witch is already aggro. They're pulling the witch inside, and the witch is going to glitch out. That is the fault of the AI programming. Again, I said RNGs, the spit doesn't spread. The witch glitches out, and now we have a tank in the hands of Silver himself. This is pretty big right here, Karen. Like, he needs to do work.
Yeah. I don't know about a dispute because he didn't spit correctly. That's all there is to it.
and the witch, that was not the Survivor's fault. That was just the game being the game that we play.
There we go.
clear cut. Like that's what I was talking about. The RNGness of a witch and a spit spread. You saw how different it was for both teams. Like that's what this can come down to sometimes. That's just competitive Left 4 Dead 2. We're gonna see a hit here and then we'll probably take it over to a war room. But let's see what this Boomer can do. Missing the boom. Charger coming in from the front. Jockey as well getting shut down. And the Boomer actually decides to keep itself. Silver is rotating above the Survivors. I think MC is confident he can try to get another arc boom here. Rocky is going to get skeeted, but this is pretty big, Karen. If they don't land this boom, this is going to put Silver in a really tough position.
Why don't we take it to, let's see, why don't we take it to eHarmony? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Reloading.
Go in quickly.
Reloading. Weapons over here. I'm reloading.
You don't live.
Pills here. Reloading. Ammo. Reloading.
I'm going in.
Tank! Can we stop shooting each other? Reloading. Kill it, man. Kill it.
Fuck.
And we are back. That was a spectacular handle by Team Fuckboys. We are about to learn how to scavenge, as we said, in the caster war room. eHarmony needs to do a whole lot of work right now. That's how that tank usually goes. The support was shut down. Tank had nothing in that open field. 3 Uzis drilling him in the face. Dusty playing it aggressively to get the kill there, and this is where the game turns more into a scavenge setting than a versus setting here, K-Orange, and it looks as though Team Fuckboys has the advantage at the current time.
It does look like that, and I know we're all joking about the spitter in the elevator and the witch and stuff, but Fuckboy still did take that tank phenomenally. They did get a triple boom actually going out here and a jockey. However, they still need to play out this entire thing. They need to make all the cans in, they need to kill the second tank, and they need to take all these hits. Fuckboys, you know, they're bringing it. Let's just see if it can stay consistent until the end of this match, and as they ride away in Jimmy Gibbs' stop car.
If they do, I mean, if it's up to Team eHarmony, they're not going to get away, but already we are going to have 4 cans being put in. I'm giving a little bit of emphasis on that due to the fact that the caster hub, the way it's built, is actually covering the can count, so we're going to have to keep kind of updating that. Right now it is 4 cans, nice clear coming out on that Smoker that had Dusty for a split second. Smoker is now going to get picked. It's going to be a Hunter, a Jockey, and a Boomer. You're going to see a lot of M2s going out, and that Jockey is going to get killed. Hunter has no chance on Ellis either. And Boomer is going to get a single boom, and this is going to be the ending we were hoping for, K-Orange, because this is getting real tight.
Oh man, Fuckboys is not out of this game. I cannot believe this. How fast? Look again, how fast this is going. They're already bringing another 2 cans down to the stock car, and I think we're about to see the. Yeah, it's definitely comeback hype. They are primed to make this comeback. We have a Charger spawning up behind the car, getting chipped here. Less than 50%. Actually, trying to hide. There's no way he makes it near. Yeah, he flops spectacularly as he tries to charge at the survivors. Spit goes down to. Does not actually prevent the can being put in. But I think eHarmony's feeling a little bit of the pressure here. These hits seem a lot more disjointed than what we've seen the rest of this match.
Yeah, and that's something that I need to mention as well. Like, they've done okay chip, but again, now it's them who, they are the ones who are carrying the burden now of, like, the comeback hype being real. That's what I see XBy saying that in our chat, and it's true, because the more cans that are put in, like, the more this is going to come down to where this tank goes and what the survivors do, because these cans are still pretty high up. Charger's going to go in there, not going to land. We do have a spit going down. It's not near any of the cans, though, and I believe we did have a couple of cans. We had a couple of cans saved by a juggle earlier, and this tank is going to be everything. It's up in the hands of Evoker, a.k.a. Peanut, for Team eHarmony, and this is the pivotal tank right here, K-Orange. Do we want to... I think we need to put it in a Team Fuckboy Survivor Worm, because they are playing for the game right here.
Do it, do it.
Oh shit. Come on. We can rape this tank and fucking make huge bonus.
Yeah.
Boomer.
He's above
I'm gonna try not to take pills.
fucking.
Oh
No.
my gosh, should I take them? Cause I'm rocking
Yeah,
down.
take him.
Okay.
Oh, we
Yeah, we got more pills.
It's right here on the second floor.
I don't want
We
to.
got
Under behind you,
more
under
coming
you.
in.
Damn, slain.
I thought that was a comment.
Me too.
He's running. He's over by the wooden planks you jump on top.
Yeah. Go out in the open.
Ammo here.
If anything, I'll try and be the corner. If,
Jockey, 3rd floor.
smoked across.
Watch rock.
No rock. Jockey's alive though.
He's gonna give-
single boot.
Chuck. Am I rock? I don't know if
think
he got rage.
Did I shoot it or no?
He's above you guys there.
Yeah.
Oh, so we should rotate.
Let's go other side.
Well, no, they're not gun.
Rock. We can LS, I think.
Yeah, Loa.
Can we get curved here?
No.
He's on the wooden bridge again. Wooden bridge. Empathy.
Like far left.
It's Jimmy Gibbs again. Jock.
Oh my god.
What's with these clears? Why are we like fucking 4 pillars apart?
Don't stop now! Shoot it! I got these pills. Gotta reload. Okay, shoot the shit out of that thing! Oh, try shooting some damn zombies instead of me. Ammo here.
I lost. Boom. No.
Y'all want to just go for
I'm about to
cannons?
go get rock. I'm about to go throw.
I'm grabbing pills.
I'm about to get the hard too. Try
He
to.
dropped. He's
Everybody just get up here. Everybody get up here. We'll just fight him up here.
It's on the floor.
Shoot it!
On the 4th floor.
Yeah.
Just dropped in.
He dropped.
Oh my god.
I'm about to just throw the cans down. Throw those 2 cans down. He's already so low that they're not gonna get spitter, plus we'll have all the cans.
I got this one. Reloading. Heads up.
He's coming in for another rock. Rock. He missed up rock.
Just go down regular way. We can pour these while he's up. They'll have to commit. AI.
Say aye.
Are you out of your mind shooting at me?
Pour.
Who was that?
I got one.
Planet, I think.
Pour.
Sorry.
We have the last one. There's
I
two in the
have
way.
it. Keep everything off.
I will.
Get in.
Come and stand in. Niggas, we won.
We want.
Oh man, phew. Let's look at how are these scores playing out before we go to that tank. How are these scores playing out? That would be team Fuckboys taking it, you guys.
Wow.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
That
big shout out
comeback.
to the comeback hype is so real. I wanna touch on something really fast about the whole witch and spitter thing at the elevator. We can blame that all we want. We can say broken game, etc. But Fuckboys played phenomenally through that entire last map. They did not get there by one single thing. The way they played, the rotations on their tanks, the amount of can juggling, the SI shutdown, all of it. Huge shout out to Team Fuckboys for bringing it. It's such a good game, and Team Harmony as well. Very good opponents for both of them, and what a comeback.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, like, on the whole there, but at the same point in time, to lose 160 damage to a spit, like literally just a spit in front of literally the SI didn't have to do anything except like click M1 like with a spitball outside the frickin' elevator, and that's all it was. Like if the same amount of damage had been applied from like that's the reason why eHarmony wiped as early as they did, because the tanks usually don't typically do a whole lot of damage. Like the fact that spit went down in the way that it did was really unfortunate. Like obviously that was a fantastic game, like aside from that, but at the same point in time, like that is one thing that was designed, like, that promo was designed to eliminate just those easy spit plays like that. And like this is where we really need to see, like, I would say that needs to be that would be my suggestion for a change, honestly, like after seeing that happen.
Of course, I agree on that.
Yeah, so I mean, but as you said though, like again, that was not the only thing that determined that win. Like that was not the only part of it. Like the rest of it was Fuckboys playing spectacular Survivor and managing to make the right calls there at the end.
And a really good game, like all the way through, all the way down to the end, by both teams.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like
again, you play that same game again. I still don't tell you who actually takes the victory, because it seemed like such an evenly matched game. Every map almost, back and forth.
was like that's the best like that was like I'd say in probably in like the top 5 or 10 like definitely 5 matches I would say of the tournament so far. Like that was a spectacle to watch right there. So yeah, Team Fuckboys pulling out the last minute comeback on the finale, making it and putting themselves in a position to make the playoffs almost with that 4-1 record. eHarmony, it's going to be an uphill battle from where they are now. They need to win their last game and then have a little like I don't want to say it's not down to luck at this point, but they don't really control their own destiny, I don't think, at that record. Like they're gonna need to see like how the brackets and how the resistance points are working out. Like they're gonna need a couple things to help them in that situation. But that being said, congratulations and good job on the comeback to Team Fuckboys, and like the most heartfelt commiserations we can get to Team we met on eHarmony because they gave a hell of a performance there.
Definitely, yeah. And if that game is indicative of the rest of the games we're going to see this weekend in this round of the tournament, I'm excited to watch each and every one of them.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. That was a spectacle of a game, as we said. Thank you XBy for streaming, Karen for co-casting, and like I said, that should be a nice prelude to the rest of the weekend, I would say. Any other final thoughts from you, K Orange?
No, that's it. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys all at the next one.
Indeed. So with that being said, have a great rest of your night. I do not believe there are any other games coming up today, but we will have the schedule updated as of tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching and have a great rest of your evening.